Let me ask you something. Are you tired of being the nice guy who always finishes last? Tired of watching women choose jerks, players, and emotionally unavailable men? While you're left wondering, what do they have that I don't? Here's what you've been told. Be a bad boy. Play games. Make her jealous. Use her insecurities against her. And maybe you tried it. Maybe you played it cool, acted distant, or tried to make her chase. But here's what happened. Either it didn't work at all, or it worked temporarily. But the relationship became toxic, exhausting, and unsustainable. Because here's the truth nobody tells you. Manipulation creates temporary attraction. Authentic confidence creates lasting desire. And there's a massive difference between the two. See, the bad boy isn't attractive because he's manipulative, disrespectful, or emotionally unavailable. He's attractive because he possesses certain traits that signal confidence, independence, and self-respect. But here's where most dating advice goes wrong. It teaches you to fake those traits through manipulation, instead of teaching you how to become a man who naturally embodies them. And that's what this video is about. Today, I'm breaking down 10 confident traits that women find genuinely irresistible. Without manipulation, without games, without losing your integrity. Because the goal isn't just to attract women. The goal is to attract high-quality women who respect you, desire you, and choose you. Not because you tricked them, but because you became the kind of man worth choosing. The two paths. Before we dive in, understand this. There are two paths to attraction. Path 1, manipulation. This is the path most bad boy advice teaches. Play on her insecurities. Make her jealous intentionally. Use scarcity as a weapon. Create anxiety and insecurity. Keep her constantly chasing validation. This path works short-term, but it creates toxic relationships, constant drama, loss of respect eventually, emotional exhaustion, inevitable breakup or resentment. Path 2, authentic confidence. This is the path we're taking. Build genuine self-worth. Develop real independence. Led with integrity. Create attraction through value. Establish healthy boundaries. This path takes longer, but it creates genuine desire, mutual respect, healthy relationships, sustainable attraction, long-term loyalty. So ask yourself, do you want a woman who's attracted to you because you manipulated her psychology? Or do you want a woman who's attracted to you because of who you actually are? If you chose the second option, you're in the right place. Let's begin. Trait 1, social proof, but not manipulation. Here's what toxic advice tells you. Flirt with other women in front of her to make her jealous. That's manipulation. Here's what authentic confidence looks like. Have a rich social life that includes women. Not to make her jealous, but because you're a socially valuable man. The psychology. Women are attracted to men who other people want to be around. It's called social proof. If others value you, you must be valuable. But there's a huge difference. Cross-mark manipulation. Intentionally flirting with other women to trigger jealousy and insecurity. White heavy checkmark, authentic confidence. Having genuine friendships with women because you're a high-value, socially intelligent man. What this looks like. When you meet her, you're not isolated and desperate for female attention. You have female friends who respect you. Social circles where women enjoy your company. A life where you're comfortable around attractive women. She sees this and thinks, other women like him. He's not desperate. He's socially calibrated. He's valuable. Key distinction. You're not trying to make her jealous. You're simply being a man with healthy, respectful relationships with women. If she feels inspired to compete for your attention, that's her choice, not your manipulation. Trait 2. Challenge her mind, not her self-worth. Here's what toxic advice tells you. Play on her insecurities. Remind her of her flaws. That's emotional abuse. Here's what authentic confidence looks like. Engage her intellectually. Challenge her perspectives. Make her think deeper. The psychology. Women crave mental stimulation. A man who can challenge her thoughts, introduce new perspectives, and spark meaningful conversations is rare and valuable. But there's a difference. Cross-mark manipulation. Attacking her insecurities to make her feel small and dependent. White heavy check mark, authentic confidence. Challenging her ideas to spark growth, curiosity, and intellectual connection. What this looks like. She says, I think relationships should always be 50-50ths. Instead of just nodding, you say, I used to think that too, but I realized it's not about 50-50. It's about both people giving 100% when it matters most. What do you think? You're not attacking her. You're engaging her mind. You're showing her you think deeply. And women find intellectual depth incredibly attractive. Key distinction. Challenging her mind equals respect plus stimulation. Attacking her self-worth equals abuse plus destruction. Trait 3. Healthy independence, not fake unavailability. Here's what toxic advice tells you. Ignore her texts for hours to seem busy and important. That's playing games. Here's what authentic confidence looks like. Actually have a life so compelling that you're not always available because you're genuinely busy building something meaningful. The psychology. Women don't want a man who revolves his entire world around them. They want a man with purpose, direction, and ambition. But there's a difference. Cross-mark manipulation. Pretending to be busy to create artificial scarcity. White heavy check mark, authentic confidence. Actually being busy because you're building a life worth living. What this looks like. She texts you at 2 p.m. You don't respond immediately, not because you're playing a game, but because you're at the gym, working on a project, in a meeting, training, building something. You respond 2 hours later with warmth and intention. Just finished training. How's your day going? She feels it. He's not waiting around for me. He has a life. That's attractive. Key distinction. Real unavailability comes from a full life. Fake unavailability comes from insecurity and manipulation. Trait 4. Selective validation, not withholding affection. Here's what toxic advice tells you. Never compliment her. Make her work for your approval. That's emotional starvation. Here's what authentic confidence looks like. Give genuine compliments when they're earned, but don't shower her with validation just to please her. The psychology. Compliments from a man who rarely gives them are powerful, but withholding all affection creates anxiety and insecurity, not attraction. The key is selectivity. Cross-mark manipulation. Never praising her to keep her insecure and seeking approval. White heavy check mark, authentic confidence. Giving meaningful compliments when genuinely inspired, not out of neediness. What this looks like. Most guys, you're so beautiful. You're amazing. You're perfect. I love everything about you. She feels nothing. It's generic and needy. Confident guy says nothing for most of the date. Then, at one specific moment, he notices something real. The way you just explained that. I like how your mind works. Boom, that lands. Because it's specific, genuine, rare, earned. Key distinction. Selective validation equals powerful and meaningful. Withholding all affection equals cruel and manipulative. Trait 5. Calm leadership, not coercive control. Here's what toxic advice tells you. Set high standards, then pull the rug out. Make her constantly prove herself. That's psychological control. Here's what authentic confidence looks like. Lead decisively in moments that matter, but respect her autonomy and input. The psychology. Women are attracted to men who can lead, who can make decisions, set direction, and create certainty. But leadership is not control. Cross-mark manipulation. creating instability and constantly moving the goalposts to keep her anxious. White heavy check mark, authentic confidence, leading with clarity, direction, and respect for her as an equal partner. What this looks like: date planning. Most guys, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Is this okay? Confident guy, Saturday, 7 p.m., or something comfortable. I've got a plan. He leads. But if she says, actually, I'm not into that kind of thing, he doesn't punish her or pull the rug out. He adjusts. Got it. Let me think of something better suited for both of us. Leadership equals direction plus flexibility. Control equals rigidity plus punishment. Key distinction: leadership inspires trust and attraction. Control creates fear and resentment. Trait 6. Authentic mystery, not emotional distance. Here's what toxic advice tells you. Create an air of mystery. Never let her know if you'll still be around tomorrow. That's emotional terrorism. Here's what authentic confidence looks like. Be a man with depth, layers, and a rich inner world. Naturally mysterious because there's genuinely more to discover. The psychology. Mystery is attractive when it comes from depth, not dishonesty. Cross-mark manipulation. Intentionally withholding information and creating anxiety about the relationship's future. White heavy check mark, authentic confidence. Being a multidimensional man with hobbies, passions, interests, and depth. What this looks like. She asks, what do you do in your free time? Most guys, watch Netflix, play video games, hang out. Confident guy. I've been learning classical guitar. I train Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I'm reading about Stoic philosophy. I volunteer with at-risk youth on weekends. She's intrigued. There's more to him than I thought. I want to know more. That's real mystery. Not will he ghost me, but what else don't I know about him? Key distinction. Authentic mystery equals depth and substance. Emotional distance equals cruelty and manipulation. Trait 7. Composure under pressure, not emotional unavailability. Here's what toxic advice tells you. Never smile. Never show emotion. Be stoic and intimidating. That's emotional suppression. Here's what authentic confidence looks like. Stay calm and grounded when challenges arise, but express genuine emotion when appropriate. The psychology. Women are attracted to emotional stability, a man who doesn't crumble under pressure. But emotional stability is not equal to emotional unavailability. Cross-mark manipulation, suppressing all emotion to appear strong or intimidating. White heavy check mark, authentic confidence, staying grounded in crisis, but expressing joy, affection, and vulnerability when genuine. What this looks like. Crisis situation, plans fall through, reservation is lost, car breaks down. Most guys panic, apologize 10 times, become visibly flustered. Confident guy. All right, let's figure this out. Stays calm, solves the problem, keeps her feeling secure. But also, when something genuinely moves him, her laugh, a sunset, a meaningful moment, he expresses it. That laugh, I could listen to that all day. He's not a robot. He's grounded and emotionally present. Key distinction. Composure equals strength in chaos. Emotional unavailability equals fear of intimacy. Trait 8. High standards, not constant rejection. Here's what toxic advice tells you. Make her feel like she's never good enough. Keep her constantly trying to meet impossible standards. That's abuse. Here's what authentic confidence looks like. Know your worth. Have clear standards. But celebrate when someone meets them. Don't move the goalposts. The psychology. Standards are attractive because they signal self-respect. But constantly rejecting someone who's genuinely trying creates resentment, not desire. Cross-mark manipulation. Moving standards to keep her perpetually insecure. White heavy check mark, authentic confidence. having clear, consistent standards, and appreciating when they're met. What this looks like: you know what you want. A woman who respects herself, someone emotionally intelligent, a partner who values growth, mutual effort, and respect. When you meet a woman who embodies these qualities, you don't suddenly raise the bar or act unimpressed. You acknowledge it. I appreciate how you handled that situation. That takes maturity. You have standards, but you also have appreciation. Key distinction: standards create respect. Constant rejection creates resentment. Trait 9. Intentional communication, not manipulative silence. Here's what toxic advice tells you. Talk as little as possible. Be mysterious by barely speaking. That's communication avoidance. Here's what authentic confidence looks like. Speak less, but when you speak, make it count. Every word has weight. The psychology: women value quality over quantity in communication. A man who speaks with intention is more impactful than one who talks constantly. But there's a difference. Cross-mark manipulation, using silence as a weapon or to create anxiety. White heavy check mark: authentic confidence. Speaking thoughtfully, avoiding filler, choosing words carefully. What this looks like: most guys, nervous rambling, filling every silence, over-explaining, seeking validation. Confident guy speaks when he has something meaningful to say, comfortable with silence, asks deep questions, listens more than he talks. When he speaks, it lands. She notices. When he talks, I listen. He doesn't waste words. Key distinction: intentional communication equals powerful and meaningful. Manipulative silence equals emotional withholding. Trait 10. Self-respect, not ego. Here's what toxic advice tells you. Make her think you'll leave at any moment. Keep her on edge. That's emotional terrorism. Here's what authentic confidence looks like. Know your worth. Walk away from disrespect, but don't create artificial threats to manipulate her. The psychology: self-respect is the ultimate attractive trait. A man who won't tolerate disrespect signals high value. But there's a difference. Cross-mark manipulation, threatening to leave to create fear and compliance. White heavy check mark: authentic confidence. Actually being willing to walk away from unhealthy dynamics, not as a threat, but as self-respect. What this looks like: she disrespects you, cancels last minute repeatedly, plays games, treats you as an option. Most guys tolerate it, make excuses, keep pursuing. Confident guy: I value myself too much to accept this dynamic. I wish you the best. And he means it. He doesn't make empty threats. He doesn't manipulate. He simply knows his worth and acts accordingly. And paradoxically, that often make her realize what she's losing. Not because you manipulated her, but because she recognizes genuine value. Key distinction: self-respect equals authentic boundary. Threats equals manipulation tool. The truth about attraction. Here's what I want you to understand. You don't need to become toxic to be attractive. You don't need to manipulate, control, or weaponize insecurity. You don't need to play games, create anxiety, or use psychological warfare. What you need to do is become a genuinely confident, high-value man. And that happens when you Keycap 1. Build real social value, not fake jealousy. Keycap 2. Challenge her mind, not her self-worth. Keycap 3. Live independently, not fake unavailability. Keycap 4. Give selective validation, not emotional starvation. Keycap 5. Lead with integrity, not coercive control. Keycap 6. Cultivate depth, not emotional distance. Keycap 7. Stay composed, not emotionally unavailable. Keycap 8. Have standards, not constant rejection. Keycap 9. Speak intentionally, not manipulative silence. Keycap 10. Respect yourself, not ego and threats. When you embody these traits, something shifts. Women stop seeing you as another guy trying to trick them. They start seeing you as a man worth choosing. Because attraction isn't about manipulation. It's about value. And value comes from who you are, not the games you play. The long-term truth. Manipulation might work for a week, a month, maybe even a few months. But it always ends the same way. Resentment, toxicity, breakup, emotional damage, authentic confidence. That creates genuine desire, mutual respect, healthy relationships, sustainable attraction, real love. And at the end of the day, isn't that what you actually want? Not just to attract any woman, but to attract the right woman. A woman who respects you, desires you, chooses you, stays with you, not because you manipulated her, but because you became the kind of man she doesn't want to lose. Your next step, if you're serious about becoming that man, here's what to do starting today. Keycap 1, stop playing games. Delete the manipulation tactics. Commit to authenticity. Keycap 2, build your life. Invest in your purpose, fitness, skills, social circle, passions. Keycap 3, develop genuine confidence. Not fake bravado, real self-worth built on real value. Keycap 4, respect women, not as conquests, but as human beings deserving of integrity. Keycap 5, be patient. Real confidence takes time, but it's worth it, because 1 year from now, you won't be the guy desperately trying manipulation tactics that don't work. You'll be the man women naturally gravitate toward, not because you tricked them, but because you became genuinely attractive. If this resonated with you, Backhand Index Pointing Right subscribe for more content on authentic masculine confidence. Backhand Index Pointing Right, drop a comment. Building real value if you're committed to this path. Backhand Index Pointing Right, share this with a man who needs to hear it. This is your transformation. Let's build the real you.